Hey guys, Laura here, doing another square table discussion where the opinions are always separated by at least 90 degrees. Probably. Always. Today, I have Diabetes Ninja with me.
Top of the morning.
It is almost 2 a.m. in the morning, so yeah, it's as top as it gets.
It's always the top of the morning somewhere.
Especially right now when it's 2 a.m. Also got Justice with me.
You sure do.
Who hates the fact that it's 2 a.m. right now. So I wanted to ask you guys both. What game announcement made you the most hype off the least amount of information? Have you guys ever seen a game announcement where all they did was like drop the title, drop the mic, and then you were just sold? Let's start with you, Justice.
So, I'm gonna have to go with Sekiro for this.
Is it Sakura or Sekiro?
I don't fucking know. I've heard it pronounced both ways.
It's Japanese, so I can only imagine the I is pronounced with an E sound.
Yeah, I called it Sekiro at first, but I even think in the game some people call you Sekiro.
Whew. Alright.
Anyway, I mean, the original announcement for this was about as little information as you can give. I don't think they even put the title up there.
Oh, wasn't it just like a new property from a?
It was like a
FromSoft?
it was like it was a FromSoft property. It was a close up on like what we didn't know at the time, but we know now is the prosthetic arm. And then I think they flash up the Shadows Die Twice thing. And I think that was it.
The first I saw of it was the trailer where you duel that woman.
No, that was not the first. The first was I think an E3 announcement. It was just fucking bone and a rope.
Soon after that E3 announcement, they released that video, and that's when I first saw it.
Yeah. I was pretty much sold immediately. I actually intentionally did not look up information on the game. I tried to keep my first playthrough as blind as possible.
Yeah.
I wanted to experience it like firsthand, and I did, and the hype was worth it.
Yeah, you just beat it recently, right?
I just beat it today.
Yeah.
Well,
so as of this,
I just beat it yesterday.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. But you've been playing it pretty consistently since it released, so
It's so fucking good.
it
But I mean, it was being done by a team that I trusted to handle it. And it was them getting to kind of stretch out into a new IP, which I know they've been wanting to do. They've been kind of wanting to not distance themselves from Dark Souls, but to be able to make a game without people expecting it to be Dark Souls.
yeah.
And then there's definitely still some souls in this, but I think it manages to stand out, be its own game. And I want to support their efforts to do that, obviously.
As long as they keep giving you quality products.
And they gave me a quality product.
Oh yeah, man. So, what about you, Ninja?
Well, I think that when we're talking about like the least amount of information, I think that there are a couple of instances, and I was trying to think about this in a way that I could narrow it down to just one, but I think that I'm actually going to have to give it a tie. I think that Going Home and Torment, Tides of Numenera, or however you pronounce that, I think that those are the two that I would narrow it down to. And the reason that I am having difficulty narrowing it down is because I don't know. I think that in both instances, I had basically zero information except for here's a game, here is the point of the game. You don't know the studios it came from. You don't have any like foundational understanding of how games within this genre work. And additionally, I don't own a PC, and so basically I'm unfamiliar with either property, like completely unfamiliar with how to like even play one, and also don't know what to expect. But just like reading conceptually about what they were, I found them both fascinating, and I don't know if these are even allowed into the argument because I still don't own a PC and still haven't played them. Oh. And so, no, this is a weird habit that I have. I will know that a game is coming out, and be excited for them years and years and years after the fact and hang on to my notion that I'm going to play the game one day.
But
Gone Home is on consoles.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I played it on the PS4.
noted. I will have to play that now.
well, also, when I read the description of the Gone Home, it made me not want to play it.
If you're looking for gameplay, there's not a lot there.
Okay,
I would say.
but you want to know what, though? I've played so many other things. I wanted what Going Home was saying that it was going to offer for variety's sake.
It's absolutely not a bad experience. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Well, there's not a lot of gameplay. There's so much like mystery and uncovering that you have to personally do.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played it either, but that's because I have no desire to.
Yeah.
I don't know. The follow-up question to this is obviously, when you played it, did it match expectations? Was it worth it? But you haven't even played it yet.
We'll do a follow-up on this after he's played it.
Oh, no,
Alright,
no,
yeah.
listen. See, here's the actual other funny thing that is exclusive to me is that my level of hype is almost, like, not even proportional to likelihood that I will get around to playing it. Like, that's, like, weird, and I know that makes me an oddball in this conversation, but, like I said, I remember things, and Urban Chaos Rat Response was a game that I knew about for a bunch of years before I ever bought it. It spoke to me, and I, like, started playing it, and I don't know if I, like, pre-conditioned myself to love it, but additionally, Sean Baby once talked about a game called Fugitive Hunter that I bought on his recommendation. It's still sitting on my shelf. I still haven't played it, but I assume it's going to be great. Sean Baby loves it, and so...
Sean Baby is a big Jackie Chan fan, so we are brothers.
But it just goes to show you, like,
The man
sometimes...
has written some great articles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He invented being funny on the internet.
Oh, I was just fixing to say that. I'm pretty sure he invented being funny in print before that, so...
Didn't he, wait, I'm trying to remember the magazine he was on. Was it Mad?
He contributed to a bunch of magazines. The two that I read him in regularly were Electronic Gaming Monthly and Wizard.
Becoming a history of Sean Baby.
Yeah, Sean Baby deserves it, honestly.
That's not what this channel's about.
Okay, now,
Nope.
if those are disqualified because I haven't played them yet, even though I'm like...
I mean, if you're still hyped on them and know nothing about them, they're probably not disqualified.
I'm
That's
still
literally
gonna...
the conversation.
I'm literally gonna play them both
All right.
one day. Now... Oh, I mean, I have to buy a PC first. If anybody wants to contribute a PC, I will take it.
I've been hyped for games that were console exclusives to consoles I didn't have. But now, like, the only mainstream console I don't have is an Xbox, and they're not gonna make good games, so
Right?
they make fine games.
I'm sure they do, I just don't play them. Because why would I?
It's a joke, everybody.
When I think of games that I bought without knowing anything, and, I'm not going to count spontaneously buying shit, because I do that enough. But games I was, like, legitimately looking forward to. Yes?
I was gonna say Katherine?
I was about to say Katherine comes close to the running because it was a dating sim that reportedly, because it was out in Japan for like 2 years before it got over here.
Right, yeah.
It reportedly was like the story cuts deep, like it borderline psychological, like horror a little bit, and it has that dating sim aspect to it with the mystery. But then you go to this puzzle aspect where it's like Hubert on crack.
I need to play it.
Yes.
Are we excited about the remaster, which has a third Catherine?
I'm not super excited
It's
about
too many
it.
Katherine's.
I don't know. If I ever decide to replay the game and that's an easy reach, I'll play that version instead, but...
And
whatever,
avoid
man.
the new content or pursue the new content? Because it's like, I assume it's like a third branch that you can just...
Yeah.
I mean, if it's there, you may as well. But you said that you were about to say that was in the running.
That's in the running because I did, over time, get more information because they launched this huge ad campaign that basically made it out to where it didn't have gameplay. If you've seen the ad campaign, it was all the way, like, upping or playing into the sex and
Dude, that threw
how
some people
sexy.
into a loop, I bet.
Yeah, like there were people like, why do you want to buy a sex simulator and shit? And I'm like, I swear to God, it's a puzzle game.
I think I might have been one of those people at the time.
You were.
Yeah.
And
because I think I saw the ad campaign and I was like, well,
and that's fair if you only know the ad campaign, but like again, I was aware of like its reputation.
you were like, it's a puzzle game.
But it's not a puzzle game like Cutie Honey. It's a legitimate puzzle game. Just sometimes you get attacked by a baby's bare ass, and it happens. I don't know. But maybe Under Night Rebirth.
What are you going to do?
Maybe Under Night Rebirth.
Oh, and that ended up being a pretty good game.
Because here's the deal.
That's
the team that worked on Melty Blood
Another good game.
and Arc Systems Works come together to bring you this game called Under Night Rebirth.
Like, you're already setting yourself up to be like the holy grail of fighting games. Or at least of hyper fighters.
I mean, that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And I think the trailer originally showed 4 characters. And here's the deal. They showed the initial trailer and gameplay footage of those 4 characters. It was Lena, Hyde, Wallstein, and I want to say Carmine. But I might be wrong on Carmine. I think it's pronounced Lena.
Huh. I was called her Lynn.
I mean, you should, but... So, it was just those 4, and...
Dude, they knew how to lead there. That appeals to the whole audience, really.
Yeah. It was just those 4, and there was some gameplay. It looked great. I knew the creative team behind it. I was all about that.
Macaw was the best.
And then, like, a year and a couple of months passed before we saw any new footage. Like, that was the slow burn. That game took forever to get from me being hyped to me having it in my hand. But I imported that copy from Japan.
Fucking immediately.
So I didn't have to wait the extra year that it took to get in the bloody States. But I haven't really kept up with the franchise. Like, there's a new version that has twice the character count.
Oh, damn.
And I'm still playing the PS3 version.
There's a lot of fighting games out there.
Yeah,
So,
there is.
In 2019, Laura, can you explain how Vorpal works to me?
No one can explain how Vorpal works to you.
Yes, that's exactly right. No one can explain what Vorpal is. The game succeeds. You know what? I just wish that everybody could block in air. That's what I wish.
What just happened?
Oh, now I'm like basically commenting just on In-Birth, basically.
Yeah, because I keep saying Rebirth, it's In-Birth.
Yeah, Under Night.
Under Night In-Birth. Rebirth makes more bloody sense in the context of the story. But God help us that.
Oh, are we talking about the naming conventions on this game now?
Yeah, we're not going to.
I was gonna say the latest game is called Eunice because it's like the title, but then an ST.
Excusable late.
Yeah.
Which was funny when they finally released the console version, and the subtitle was excusable late. Like, oh, at least you know that you're pieces of shit that kept in the arcades too long. But
Damn.
I love the game.
A lot of feelings there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I was really hyped, and there wasn't a lot of footage on YouTube. I mean, it was there, but
I know, but you didn't lose anything in the process because you imported. If anything, your decision was validated by your having gotten such a head start.
It was also validated by how much of that game we played.
oh yeah, we played the crap
We played
out of
the
that game.
shit out of that game. Oh my god.
We wore that disc out, and I had like all the colors unlocked and shit. I got really good at Yuzahira and Carmine.
I got pretty good with my boy Merkava.
Hell yeah. So, I kind of wish for another multi-blood, but I get that, that story's pretty much done, dried up.
Just make a new game.
Yeah.
Not everything has
I'm okay
to be
with
a continuation of a franchise.
I'm
Just
okay
make
with
a
Under
game.
Night just doing its own thing. I'm trying to think if there was another one where I had least information. I bought into Chaos Code pretty easily.
Yeah, and I'd
But it was
say
a
that
10
we definitely got less out of Chaos Code. Than
Yeah,
we got.
but it was like a $10, $15 purchase because I had a Japanese account on the PS3,
Yeah.
so I could just get it for the Japanese
good
store.
game.
Again, 6 to 8 months before I ever got on the American server.
It's actually quite a good game. I don't know why we didn't play it more.
Under Night was a thing. I don't know.
Now, if we're talking about fighting games too, Million Arthur looks amazing, and I wish that they would port it to the States. Looks great.
I'll have to check into that one then. I'm trying to think for real. I got really hyped about Indigo Prophecy, but that's because there was a GamePro spread about it.
Oh, we got pretty hyped back in the day about BlazBlue.
So
Because Guilty Gear's a fucking golden god of a fighting game.
So the thing about BlazBlue was I wasn't sold.
No?
And I wasn't necessarily sold about it. It looked fun.
I heard a new fighting game by the makers of Guilty Gear, and I was ready.
So it looked fun. It looked great, but the character roster looked kind of small, and I wasn't sure if it was too complicated because they were really playing up the
every character has their own unique D button.
Yeah, and they were playing
every
into
character
it.
has a unique way to give you the D.
And yeah. But so I went into a GameStop the day it released, and
Iron Tigers.
Somebody who worked at GameStop just bought the game. They had the collector's editions. They bought the game just to throw in the console to see what it played like, because they were so hyping about how different all the systems were. A lot of the articles didn't really explain how it would play different from Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
So he threw it in, and people were playing it, and everybody loved it. I walked in, I played one match, I walked over there, and I bought my collector's edition.
And we got fucking use out of that.
Dude, $60
We still pop it in every now and then.
But that's not hype from little information, because I literally played the game.
So I was hyped from little information. I guess you weren't.
Yeah.
Has getting hype from too little information ever blown up in our face?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Actually, no. I had a lot of information there. It just wasn't accurate. Told the game's great now. Haven't gone back to it. Kind of hard to go back to it. You get burned pretty bad.
Oh man.
But end of the day, I paid $60 for it. I should probably go back.
This doesn't count because it was part of a series that I loved, but all Hideo Kojima had to say was Metal Gear Solid 4, and my PS3 was bought.
Oh, yeah, no, that actually is, legitimately the reason you bought a PS3.
Yes.
I remember that. I remember when you made that purchase. You were like, I bought this to play Metal Gear Solid 4.
I bought Metal Gear Solid 4, I bought Valkyrie Chronicles, I bought Motorstorm.
Yeah, but you got it to play Metal
Gear Solid 4, and I bought those games before I even got
You were
the
straight
system.
up like, I'm not buying a PS3, and then they announced that game, and you're like, well, I guess I have to buy a PS3 now.
Absolutely.
So whenever Snake was asking you what took so long, you're just like, because you weren't out of the system yet.
Right?
Yeah, no,
That's the
that
true
has
shit.
to be your biggest hype off least information, because that hyped you enough to buy a fucking system.
It did, but see, here's the deal, though.
That game sold consoles.
Here's the deal. I didn't have a lot of information about the game when I decided I was buying the system. Other than, the old, back before the PS3 release, reveal of old Snake and shit. Everybody saw that.
Yeah.
But...
We didn't know at the time that the last cutscene's a feature-length fucking movie.
Oh my god. Thank god you could pause it, though.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Star Ocean. But, I've played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, a lot. I had a lot of faith in the developers. I had a lot of faith in the writing, which, maybe was
I
ill-founded.
can still, mentally picture every single screen from Metal Gear Solid 3
Yes.
burned in there.
Especially 1 and 2. I played a lot of 1 and 2.
I think 3 is honestly the best in the series.
It is. Solid 1 has a very special place in my heart for a very personal reason. Nostalgia. 1's going to always be my favorite, but 3 is absolutely the best. If you only play one of them, just play Solid 3. And if you want to go from there, go from there. But did I ever hype up a game that turned out to be dog shit? I'm pretty good at predicting what games are going to be kind of bad.
You just kind of predict most games are bad.
Well...
And then when they're not, you're like, well, they weren't. I guess it's a way to go about it, because you're only ever pleasantly surprised.
Well, I didn't want to mention it because I didn't want to add another 8 minutes to this timer.
It's going a little bit.
Final
if you're still here,
Fantasy-
thanks.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
13!
Final
Oh,
Fantasy
no.
13 hurt me.
Oh, it hurts me to this day. I'm told it's a good movie.
It's not even that, because guess what happens at the beginning of spoilers? It gives a shit.
Yeah, spoiler warning for Final Fantasy 13. If you haven't played it, don't.
Okay, so the ending to 13 gets retconned in 2 minutes of 13-2 because time travel immediately happens and undoes the ending.
Of course it does.
So, in the scheme of things, and I want to say 1 ends with them saying there's going to be a sequel, although it is kind of a complete ending, but the story's not even that good. It's intriguing. It's a very intriguing setup, but man, we're going to reach back far into the early videos when Ike used to be in them. Man Bear Pig.
Oh, God.
I remember Ike sitting there saying, so are you the bad guys now? Or are we going to switch perspectives and you're going to fight those guys? Because, the Lost Sea brands you, right? So did you spend the first 5 hours playing these guys who had good intentions, but now they're branded the bad guy and do we have to chase them down? And I was like, God, I hope that's true. That's intriguing. Instead, I got to walk down a hallway.
Well, to be fair, up until that point, you had been walking down a hallway. Because that's what the fucking game is.
Right?
But then in the battles, at least, you get to choose how your character autopilots themselves.
Let's not pretend that I wasn't listening to Hope whine. Because I was. And
what a fucking bad
game.
Oh.
And then Vanille is shit, and everybody was talking about how they love her ass, and she looks 15, but she's like 5,000 or some absurd crap.
One of those characters.
Yeah, and, she can't decide if she's British or Australian.
I honestly didn't play long enough to honestly get angry about the things that you're talking about right now, because I got angry before then and stopped playing the game.
I still have the Collector's Edition hardcover strategy guide shrink-wrapped in my bedroom right now.
Oh, I used to have a strategy guide to 12.
Yeah, but see, 12's a good game.
Yeah, 12's a great game. They're trying to sell it to me for $50 right now, and I can't do it. But I want it, but I can't do it.
Like, I bought it. I bought the guide. I was there midnight release. I don't have it anymore, but for the longest time, I kept the Game Informer where it got a 9.5, and that article lied to my face about how the game was going to play.
So you can't give that game a 9.5, honestly.
That was when... Okay, I know people were more woke than I was about, like, IGN and even Game Informer to an extent, but it was that game that was like, okay, I'm never listening...
And that was your eye-opener of like, oh, yeah, no, they're right. Reviews are bullshit.
I'm never trusting IGN again, and I'm never trusting Game Informer again. I think Game Informer said straight up that the worst part about the game is just that it's weird that Sass has a chocobo in his hair.
That's one of the best things about the game. Literally, if you ask me what the best thing about Final Fantasy 13 was right now, I would tell you it was the chocobo that lived in Sass's hair. And the second best thing is Sass himself. He's great.
Sass is a great character. How he interacts with Vanille is a pretty interesting dynamic. Wish the game didn't suck ass. Wish Lightning didn't whine.
So how about this?
Wish this video was about how much Final Fantasy 13 was bad, but it isn't.
It isn't, yeah.
So how about this, though?
What even was my answer? I guess Under Night would be the game that I was hyped for off no information, and it was super good, and then Final Fantasy 13 would be the game that I was hyped for off a lot of information that was stupid bad.
Well, let's try this.
Okay.
Have you ever been hyped based on very little information, and then Zeitgeist turns its back on that game, says it's bad, but you play it and you break from Zeitgeist and are like, nope.
Is this
popular consensus is that I shouldn't like this game, but I do like it. My initial leanings were correct.
Probably one of the newer Samurai Showdowns.
Newer meaning Sin or 6?
Oh, no, Sin is actually dog shit. I meant 6.
Because new is a relative term, I guess. Like, we're getting old, so new to us is...
that's another game that hurt me. Was King of Fighters 12. 13 is great. 11 is great. 12 is dog shit.
Which one is 12 the 3D one?
No. That's
Maximum Impact.
Maximum Impact or 2006. And both of those are decent. They're fun playthroughs.
13 is the one where Bala plays KOFID at the EVO Championship, right?
I think so, yeah, that's 13.
Okay, yeah. apologies. I view all fighting games through the tournament scene.
A game where everybody said it was dumb and don't enjoy it, but I enjoyed it anyway. But like currently coming out, I don't know. Bushido Blade is really fucking stupid, and I'll love that game till the end of time.
Ooh, is consensus against that though?
Have you ever played Bushido Blade 2? It's pretty dog shit, but I love it. It's unique. You don't get anything else.
Sometimes things award. You know what? Charm.
I still think For Honor's pretty good. I don't really play it anymore, but I like it.
I know exactly what you're asking. I am Setsuna. Now, a lot of people still praise it, and the Z guys hadn't turned on it or anything, but when I Am Setsuna came out, the highest score it would get would be a 7, and people would say, it's good as a throwback, but it doesn't do anything. And then I played it, and I fucking digged on it. Yeah, the story's dog shit, cool, but literally everything else works. And I was just on point with it. It's so good.
I played their follow-up game, Lost Sphere.
Yeah, how's that?
It's pretty good. I haven't beaten it yet. It was pretty good.
I'm just saying it's so good. And, I don't know, man. Normally when I play a game, if I have a game that I love that's bad, that everybody hates, it's normally like an older title. So I wasn't necessarily there for the hype. I got hyped when SNK was re-releasing all their old games. So, like, when Fatal Fury collection started coming out in the States, I bought the shit out of those because I love the series. And everybody was like, Fatal Fury's dumb.
I don't know. Has there been a game that I've gotten really into that that went against public opinion? I don't think so.
No Man's Sky.
Well, yeah, but I'm not into that. I fully acknowledge that was pretty fucking bad.
You tried it. You tried so hard to make it good.
I enjoyed it for a little bit, but then, like, there just wasn't anything in it.
Is your answer Marvel Infinite?
No, actually, it would actually be Borderlands pre-sequel.
Oh, yeah!
But everybody loves pre-sequel.
Oh, no.
They do not.
What are you talking
Wait,
about
what?
at all?
I love the pre-sequel.
Yeah, I love
Because
the
the
pre-sequel.
pre-sequel mechanically is a better game.
Well, okay, so time to make the differentiation. People hate the post-game content.
Well, it's
it is
because there
barren.
isn't post-game content.
Well,
the studio
bare
was
bones.
shut down.
Okay, yes. But the characters, the trees available,
Oh, God, no.
So
the
much
character
more
trees
robust.
are so better.
so much more robust to me. And
Well, they're just better designed. They're more compact. They don't have any useless skills in them, really. Well, any's probably a stretch, but they don't have a lot of useless skills. Better designed.
Yeah, I thought that it was very underappreciated, and you know, it's in this weird space where people gave people gave up on it before they had it. I think that very few people played it in Ultimate Vault Hunter. Like, I think that people maybe played it through once or didn't even
The game
bother.
changes in Ultimate Vault Hunter.
Yes, it gets better. I think that third playthrough.
The Ultimate Vault Hunter mode is so much more, like, well balanced than 2.
Oh yeah,
And 2, they just made everything bullet sponges and then gave it health regen.
yeah. They made you resort to like a couple of different tactics or die only, and I just think that you get to like really use your character archetype build the way that you want to. I mean, you still have to like meet the challenges because whenever you're going through like an area where everybody can be aerial and shoot down at you, you got to figure out what to do about that with your character. But that aside,
And this is a little off topic, and I'm also not quite willing to have this video be 30 minutes, so I think we're going to hit our last 20 seconds now.
all right. Well,
But, yeah.
Pre-sequel's good. Wish I had more support. Doesn't.
Uh,
That's not... What was my original... Oh, Sekiro. Good. Good game. Great game.
Fantastic.
Intentionally avoided learning anything about it. Was not disappointed at all.
Oh, yeah.